She thought he was protecting her, until she realized he knew where she was before she ever told him. He knew when she left work. He knew which street she took home. He knew when she stopped answering. He knew when she turned her phone face down. And every time she asked how, he smiled and said the same thing. I just worry about you. But that is not where the story really begins. To understand how watching became love in her mind, we have to go back to the beginning, when everything still looked normal. Mara met Daniel during a quiet part of her life. She was not looking for danger. She was not even looking for love. She was just tired. Tired of shallow conversations. Tired of people who disappeared when things became serious. Tired of feeling like nobody really noticed her. Then, Daniel noticed everything. He remembered how she took her coffee. He remembered which days made her anxious. He remembered the name of the friend who had hurt her. He remembered small things she barely remembered saying. At first, that felt rare. It felt like attention. And when you have gone a long time without feeling seen, attention can feel almost like safety. The first few weeks were easy. Good morning texts, soft check-ins, late-night calls, messages that arrived exactly when she felt lonely. Did you get home safe? That was the first question. Mara thought it was sweet. Then it became, who drove you home? Then, why did it take you 20 minutes? Then, why did your location stop moving? She paused when she read that message. Her location. She had forgotten she had shared it with him one night after dinner, when he said it would make him feel better, just for safety. That was how he said it, just for safety. At first, she did not question it, because Daniel never sounded angry. That was what made it so hard to name. He sounded calm, concerned, almost hurt. I just want to know you are okay. I just worry because I care. People disappear every day, Mara. Why does that bother you so much? So she stopped questioning it. She told herself it was love. Maybe intense love. Maybe protective love. Maybe the kind of love people only understood if they had been hurt before. But slowly her life became a map he expected to read. Work, home, the grocery store, her sister's apartment, the cafe near the corner, the gym she stopped going to because he always had questions afterward. Who was there? Why did you stay so long? Why did your phone die? Why did you not answer? Every normal part of her life became evidence, and Mara became the person defending herself. Not because she'd done something wrong, because Daniel had taught her that privacy looked suspicious. The first time she lied, it was small. She said she went straight home. But really, she had stopped for coffee with an old friend. Nothing happened. Nothing secret. Just 20 minutes in a cafe with someone who made her laugh without making her explain herself. When she got home, Daniel was quiet. Too quiet. She asked what was wrong. He said, nothing. Then he looked at her and asked, was the coffee good? Mara froze. She had not told him. Her stomach dropped before her mind caught up. Daniel smiled gently. You left your location on. That was all he said. No shouting, no threat, no dramatic scene. Just the reminder. I can see you. That night, Mara apologized. She apologized for coffee, for not mentioning it, for making him feel excluded, for making him worry. Daniel accepted the apology like he had been the one hurt. Then he held her and said, I just do not want to lose you. That sentence worked. For a while. Because control often survives by borrowing the language of love. It does not say, I want access to every part of your life. It says, I feel safer when I know. It does not say, I do not trust you. It says, I have been hurt before. It does not say, I am watching you. It says, I care. Over the next month, Mara changed. She stopped leaving her phone in another room. She stopped making spontaneous plans. She stopped going silent when she was overwhelmed. She stopped wearing headphones on walks because she knew Daniel might call. And if she missed the call, there would be questions. Not loud questions. Worse, soft ones. Are you avoiding me? Did I do something wrong? Why would you make me worry like that? His sadness became her responsibility. His fear became her schedule. His insecurity became the reason she gave up pieces of herself. Then came the night everything shifted. Mara was at her sister's house. Her sister noticed the way Mara kept checking her phone. Once, twice, again. Finally, she said, "You look scared every time it lights up." Mara laughed too quickly. "I am not scared." Her sister did not laugh. "Then why do you answer like you are being watched?" Mara looked down at the phone. A message from Daniel. "Where are you?" Then another. "Your location says you are still there." Then another. "Who else is with you?" Her sister read the screen over her shoulder. "That is not love," she said. Mara wanted to defend him. The words were ready. He worries. He cares. He has been hurt. He just wants honesty. But for the first time, those words sounded rehearsed. Like something she had learned to say, not something she believed. On the way home, Mara turned off her location. Only for 10 minutes. She wanted to know what it felt like. 10 minutes of being unreachable. 10 minutes without being tracked. 10 minutes that belonged only to her. Daniel called before she reached the next street. She did not answer. He called again. Then a message came through. "Why did you turn it off?" Mara stopped walking. The street was almost empty. A car passed slowly. For a second, she felt ridiculous. Then another message appeared. "Turn it back on. Not please. Not are you safe. Turn it back on." And that was when Mara understood. The fear in her body was not confusion. It was information. She looked at the phone in her hand and realized something she had been avoiding for months. She was not sharing her location because she felt loved. She was sharing it because she was afraid of what would happen if she stopped. That night, she did not go home immediately. She went back to her sister's apartment. Her sister opened the door and saw her face. Mara said only one sentence. "I think he is watching me." The next morning, Daniel had a different version ready. He said Mara was emotional. He said she had misunderstood him. He said he only wanted to protect her. He said people made location sharing sound worse than it was. He sounded calm. That was the worst part. Because calm can look like truth to people who are not listening closely. But Mara had started saving screenshots. The questions, the timestamps, the demands, the messages that sounded like concern until you placed them side by side. "Where are you? Turn it back on. Who are you with? Why are you hiding from me? If you loved me, this would not bother you." Together, the messages told the story she had struggled to explain. Not one explosive moment. A pattern. This story is fictional, but the pattern is real. The warning sign was not that Daniel wanted to know if she got home safely. That can be normal. The warning sign was that safety became an excuse for access. The warning sign was that concern became a rule. The warning sign was that Mara felt guilty for wanting privacy. Psychologically, this matters because control often begins with permission. A person asks for one small thing. Share your location. Tell me when you leave. Answer when I call. Let me see your phone. Each request sounds small on its own, but over time, the requests become expectations, and expectations become rules, and rules become a cage. A healthy person does not need constant proof to trust you. A healthy relationship does not require live access to your life. Love does not make you afraid to turn your phone off. Love does not punish privacy. Love does not turn ordinary independence into betrayal. If someone says they are protecting you, but you feel monitored, listen to that feeling. If someone says they trust you, but needs proof every hour, listen to that pattern. And if someone makes you feel chosen one day and watch the next, do not ignore the change. Sometimes the first warning sign is not the question. Where are you? Sometimes it is the fear you feel before answering. That is the lesson inside this case.